Bhagya ma'am, please. You can start.
The key to any success in life is building a good foundation. Foundation. Foundation, they say, should be deep and strong. Then only a building can withstand a huge storm. How can we forget the same when building a better nation is our aim? Here comes the role of education. Education is the bane of life, the foundation of society, and the liberation of generation. Development, growth, or new invention for any country, state, or nation, it is essential to get good education. A very warm welcome to all of you to the 90th web training series by CBSE Bharat Sahodaya. This is Bhagyashri, and I'm working as an educator for 9 years now in Queens Valley School, Dwarka, New Delhi. I'm going to be the moderator for today's event. A special thanks to Dr. Abdul Salam, sir, for giving me this opportunity. I'm really thankful to you, sir. Dear educators, we very well know to build a strong nation, we need to focus on building strong foundation. And the future of any nation depends on its children who are the potential torchbearers. Early childhood education is definitely the key to the betterment of society. In this context, the National Education Policy, NEP 2020, has been potentially a game changer as it aims to bring some long-awaited shifts in the education continuum and offers a clear pathway of reform. NEP 2020 highlights that a large proportion of students currently in the elementary level have not achieved foundational literacy and numeracy. In this context, a national mission on foundational literacy and numeracy called NIPUN Bharat has been set up by the Ministry of Education. Literacy and numeracy skills are the foundations of lifelong learning for a child. Children want the same things we want: to laugh, to be challenged, to be entertained, and to be delighted. So the goal of proficiency in foundational literacy and numeracy for every child can be achieved by including activity-based learning and innovative pedagogies in classroom transactions that can make the learning a joyful and engaging activity. This will definitely lead to holistic development of a child by focusing on different domains of development, which are all interrelated. So, without further delay, let's move ahead to know more about these topics. Dear educators, before moving ahead with this beautiful learning session, here are a few points for the smooth conduct of this webinar. You're all requested to keep your mics on mute. Any query during the webinar can be posted in the chat box. There's also a dedicated question answer session at the end, where we have also incorporated some of your questions that were posted at the time of the registration. A participant will receive the certificate only after filling the feedback and attendance form, which will be shared with you all at the end of this session. And a humble request to all of you to actively participate and stay connected with us till the end. There's a beautiful quote which I read somewhere. It's not just the beauty of a building you should look at, but it's the construction of the foundation that will stand the test of time. And here again, I would like to take the opportunity to welcome the founders of our education system, the founders of our nation, that is you, teachers. This training wouldn't be possible without your presence, dear educators. So I warmly welcome you all. This training is a perfect opportunity for all of us to keep ourselves updated of the educational trend. I'm sure you all will agree that these trainings empower us and help us to recognize our power as a teacher. And this has been made possible under the leadership of Dr. Abdul Salam sir, that today Bharat Sahodaya brings another very important session for all the educators. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome Dr. Abdul Salam Sir, the General Secretary of CBSE Bharat Sahodaya Complex. Dr. Salam is a proactive educator who has served 23 years in the education sector. Additionally, he is a certified HR professional. Coupled with vast educational expertise and training skills, Sir holds several positions besides being the principal of the well-reputed senior secondary school. Sir is a CBSE resource person and CBSE Deputy Training Coordinator of the Trivandrum region. His focus is on the empowerment of the stakeholders, for which he strives hard with a good number of initiatives for collaboration with various personnels from all walks of life. He is also the recipient of many iconic awards by various organizations. He has received appreciation from the Dubai Police for learning collaborations with them, from the British Council for integrating internationalism in education, and has been awarded the Instructional Leader of 2020, an education icon by ICSI, Innovative Principal by National Education Brilliance Awards 2020. He is truly the soul of Bharat Sahodaya. Here, I remember this quote here. This is really apt for Sir. Leaders don't force people to follow. They invite them on a journey. I extend a very warm welcome to you, Sir, and request you to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, Abdul Sir.
Thank you, Bhagyashree ma'am. Good evening and a hearty welcome to all the foundation builders and education revolutionaries. Special thanks to Bhagya ma'am and Mr. Arun Mohan for bringing the relevance of education, that is foundation building, to light, and also bringing the memoirs of the remembrance of Gandhiji, our father of nation, alive before us. So thank you so much. And as everybody knows, the room is already filled, and we are very happy that your enthusiasm is so amazing, and you have put your heart and mind to take up the initiative, the mission of the central government of India through new education, the new education policy. And here we are going to listen to India's NIPUN Bharat mission. And this is an auspicious occasion when we are celebrating the birthday of Gandhiji, and who has, who had a mission to free us from the slavery of the British people. And we are now on a mission, Bharat, NIPUN Bharat mission, to free our children from the slavery. What is the slavery? Rote learning. They have to be freed from rote learning. And this is a great mission. And we are very happy that 1,000 people have joined us in our mission. And CBSE is, trying its best to reach out to each and every educator through even Diksha platform. The course is available. This particular course is available on Diksha platform, free of cost. And we are here trying to interpret it further so that you will be in a better position to implement it. When we, organized this particular session, that is NEP for Early Childhood and Care and Education, Foundational Literacy and Numeracy, I had a discussion with Miss Ranchani ma'am, who you might be remembering. We had a very good, very brilliant session from Ranchani ma'am all about early education 2-3 months back. and she was overwhelmed with this particular topic, and she suggested and requested with her hands folded up. She wishes that at least half of this 1,000 people take up this mission and build a strong foundation in the early years, so that this nation is going to be stronger and stronger. So Ranjini ma'am, we are pretty sure that all educators who have joined us today will take up this mission, NIPUN Bharat mission, for educating, for laying a strong foundation in children, so that we will be freeing them from the rote learning habit. Think from the shift to rote learning to thinking habit. That is what it is the need of the hour. So let's join our hands together and let's listen to Ranjini ma'am. She has prepared a lot of things for you. Very enthusiastically, she is, going to present. I am amazed at her enthusiasm always. What else? What else? That is the, attitude Madam puts forth. And she has, taken up an army with her. Her colleagues are also here. She is a very, experienced early childhood practitioner and a trainer, more than that. So definitely we are going to have some more enlightenment on foundational literacy and numeracy. So thank you so much for joining. And I have a request to all the participants about certificates. All are, every time after session, I didn't get certificate and so many, concerns and all. We will be posting a link that is a permanent link. Whichever session you attend, you have to use that particular link. Please note. That link is for certification. You have to fill it, you have to read it properly. All the instructions you please follow. Definitely your certificates will be reaching you through the mail. So thank you so much, Bhagya ma'am, Ranjini ma'am. Over to Bhagya ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That's really very true that we as teachers, we have the responsibility to free our children from the slavery of rote memorizing. And that's why we are here today. Thank you again, sir. Now, I take this opportunity to welcome the next dignitary to honor us with their presence, Mr. Shibu, sir. He is the president of Bharat Sahodaya and has a vast experience in the field of education. He is the principal and owner of a CBSE school. I would now like to invite Mr. Shibu sir to felicitate the occasion.
I think Shibu sir has joined. Sir, are you in a position to speak? I think he said he would be traveling. Shibu sir? He has joined anyway.
Okay, he's here with us?
Yes, he is here with us. And
no
let's
problem.
see, let's and hand over to him later. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Surely. Okay. One child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world. Teachers have a key role to play in the foundational years of children. They have the responsibility to design experiences which help each child achieve the learning outcomes for a holistic development. Today's session is all about building a deeper insight about the foundational literacy and numeracy skills and our roles as active educators. To take us on another journey of professional development and a great learning experience, it's my honor and privilege to welcome Ms. Ranjini ma'am, who will be our resource person for this session. Ranjini ma'am is a CASH certified assessor and trainer. Ma'am has a master's degree in childcare and development and is currently working with Kids Inc. Dubai, which is a CASH accredited training center which brings professional development training and qualifications to the Middle East region. Kids Inc. provides worldwide recognized qualification to be able to teach and care for children in the early years. She's also serving as a curriculum specialist with BVM Group of Schools and provides hands-on training for teachers with solid experience and passion for early childhood education. I welcome you with all my respect and regards to this webinar, ma'am. Here, I would like to remind the participants that this is an interactive session. So please make sure to note down your questions and ask them in the live chat during the question answers round. With that, let's begin the learning session for today. Over to you, Ranjani, ma'am.
Thank you, Bhagyashree. Thanks a lot. And my humble respects to Dr. Abdul Salam sir, who's my mentor and guide, and a very, very enthusiastic person. And because I have subscribed for Bharat Sahodya, every week, if you see, I can see that, the sessions are happening. Every week there is a topic. Every week, either on chemistry or Hindi, or, last week it was on talkative puppets. So he is the force behind the mission. And today we are going to thank our government of India. They have taken a very big initiative, NIPUN Bharat. Yes, so first I would like to give my respects to all the mentors. I have a very big list of mentors. My mentor, Mary ma'am, mentor Chanda ma'am, and I have Nandini ma'am, Reshmi ma'am. I have a very big list, and family of DPS Dubai here. My friends are here. They're going to support me in the demonstration, and I'm thankful to all my friends in India as well as all over the world. And I know they are watching, and we are going to come together to lift. I'm not looking at this as one region. Today we have gathered, and we're going to, be flag bearers, and we are going to lift the literacy rate. That is what we are going to do. As Abdul Salam sir said, yes, I begged him with folded hands to say that all the participants here would take up the core of their heart with full enthusiasm, at least 5 children. Okay, apart from whoever is interested to you by the parents in your class, you have to take at least 5 children in your lifetime to lift them up, the one who are in real need of education. Okay, so we're going to start the session. I'm very, very thankful again to Abdul Salam sir, Shibu sir. We have Jayanti ma'am in last session. My pranams to her. And we're going to start the session. I'm going to screen share. Let's get started. Okay, so Bhagyashree, are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
In full screen mode, we can have.
Yes, are you able to see now?
Yes.
Lovely. Okay, so today we have gathered here to talk about foundational literacy and numeracy. Okay, you can see the picture here. You have stronger roots in terms of hands together. Okay, we have parents, we have educators, we have Bharat Sahodya. You can find in one of the roots, Bharat Sahodya is there. And the tree is grown so beautiful, and all the teachers are there. Yes, you can take a magnifying glass. You can see each one of you there. Yeah, and the children are also there. So before we get started with how are we going to support the Government of India initiative, which is NIPUN Bharat. What is NIPUN Bharat? There are 2 terms we have to be very clear about, NEP and NIPUN Bharat. Yeah, National Educational Policy, NEP. NIPUN Bharat, what is that NIPUN Bharat? It's a national initiative for giving proficiency in reading with understanding. I request that you kindly underline this, reading with understanding. Yeah, you understand whatever you read. That's most important. That is their initiative, not just reading. So that is connecting with what Salam sir said, that, rote learning. Simply I can read, but at the end of the day, I don't understand what I've done. Yes, so reading with understanding, and of course, numeracy skills. Okay, so we are going to get going with this one. So let's break the ice right away. We have an icebreaker. You have 2 pictures here. Yes, and you are going to infer. What do you infer from these 2 pictures? You're going to infer something, find out something, and pen your thoughts in the chat box. It can be anything, and all of you are right. You are free to put on your comments in the chat box. Look at these 2 pictures. It definitely tells you something. A person is sitting nicely with folded legs, and there are few students sitting in front of him, and there is another person here, and he has a lot of things, and some kind of an activity is happening as well. Yes, now Bhagyashree will be able to read what you type in the chat box to Ms. Ranjani, because Ms. Ranjani is on the screen share. Yes, Bhagyashree?
Yes, ma'am.
Lovely.
Rekha ma'am here writes, Neena ma'am here writes Gurukul teaching.
Uh-huh.
Meenakshi ma'am writes mode of learning.
Okay.
Arun Mohan sir writes Gurukul versus one is holistic learning, multitasking, teacher-centered and student-centered, school teaching, ancient system of education, teacher having multitask, teaching in two different eras, recent methods of education and oldest methods.
Lovely.
Then there is education then and now.
Okay.
Then there is multitasking teacher of 21st century.
Lovely, lovely.
Then again, we can have Gurukul method in modern era. Then we have catering to all.
Okay.
Then we have second picture shows interactive learning, ancient and present education. We have traditional and modern teaching and learning process.
Okay.
We have all-in-one teacher. Then
Fine.
we have open air teaching and classroom teaching.
Okay.
Then olden days education and new modern days education.
Thank
These are
you
the responses.
Yes, thank you. Thanks a lot. And I know that each one of us have inferred something or the other. Do not worry. Please put your messages on chat box. We will definitely read them. Okay. It is all getting saved and we are going to read them. We're going to implement them. We're going to reflect on them. You all are right. Ancient method versus modern method. Okay, if you see this ancient method versus modern method, multitasking and all of it, all that we understand here is education and learning was happening then also, now also. There is no difference, right? And we had the best and the best of the educators then. That is why we all are sitting here. I don't know how many of you have met Jayanti ma'am. Yeah, the principal of Chamundishwari's school in Trivandrum. She was in my last session. I admire her a lot. Yeah, and of course, Abdul Salam sir and many others. Last time, we had Sharjah principal to come here and he was also speaking on the core values of education. So we all have studied then. We are not doing a KG1 now, okay? And our grandfathers, they were also, imparting education, and we have come out in flying colors, absolutely no doubt. But today, if you see the scenario, the children, they need more than two hands to help them for everything because they are thinking differently. They are thinking differently than an adult. You're going to talk about it in the cognitive development in a couple of slides later. So that is the difference. So today's teacher has to take the child to real environment and show him what does he actually trying to drive. And he should also show him pictures, which is visuals. He should show real objects. He should show illustration. He should speak. He should sing. He should open his tab, quickly show him something. And bilingual, he has to speak in his language as well. So we teachers, we educators know more than many languages, right? And more than anything, we know the child language, what the child actually requires. So that is where I leave you here. The children think differently from the adult. So today's education is catering to holistic development. Holistic development as in just not literacy, just not numeracy, but overall development of the child. Yes. So let's go to the next one. Fine. So as we see in here, NIPUN Bharat has core values. They have lots of objectives. You should read the document and it is so very well done. See, the Ministry of Education that was launched by the NIPUN Bharat, they're talking about the literacy from KG, okay, the basic, pre-primary, whatever you call, until grade 3. When a child goes to grade 3, the child should be knowing all of these modules. They are expecting that and they are wishing for it and they are thinking that and assuming and with lots of faith, they think that each one of us, we are going to take up on our shoulders and see that the children are transcending to the grade 3 smooth transition. It should be, real smooth transition. Okay. And then what they are trying to tell us is they should read with meaning. Yeah. For example, I see a cat, I write it. And if I read it, Sometimes I would have made meaning, not made meaning of whatever I would have written. So I understand what I write. It is not just rote writing where my teacher writes on the whiteboard and I have to really copy before she erases. I get so worried that she's going to erase the last line. By then I will scribble something. Later on at 6 o'clock when my mom is going to ask me, I understand nothing because I just copied in a GIF. Yes. So we're going to reread what we wrote. Look at this one. Competencies with regard to numeracy related concept. We are going to see what NIPUN Bharat are looking for, the different modules under numeracy skills. We're going to see that in a couple of slides later. With all of this, most important thing is, are they able to amalgamate with outside school experiences? For example, I have studied commerce and I've studied my foreign trade while I was 22 or 23 or whatever. But today I'm an educator here. So, I don't know what I studied and I landed up somewhere. So it's like, are you studying and are you able to implement it? What is that you're going to do with the real environment? What is that you're going to do it in action? It's not just theory, right? So that is what they are looking at. How are they using it? Your education, fine. And all of this, if you look at the right side, to create an enabling environment to ensure universal acquisition of foundation literacy, numeracy by 26-27. That's the goal. So we have a couple of years, like 5 years or 6 years, each one of us, as I requested, we are going to take up this in a very volcanic mission and going to bring the literacy rate at any cost, because it's a huge initiative and I request that each one of us have to be a part of it, right? Fine. Let's go to the next one. You have another activity here. Assuming that the one on the left side is the adult brain and the one on the right side is a cute child brain. Could you please understand what you see in both of these pictures and write it in the chat box? And Ms. Bhagyashree will be able to give me at least 4 or 5. Yes, Bhagyashree?
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Fine.
Dear participants, you can pen down your thoughts in the chat box. Child is anxious. A child is thinking.
Okay.
Logical and creative thinking. Child mind is creative thinking. Thinking differentiations, rainbow mind, colorful mind. These are some of the responses, ma'am.
Very good. Lovely. So you see an adult over there. You see the child here. You can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and different kinds of lines and everything. In the child, you can see a fantastic, a beautiful rainbow a blast. Yes. And a lot of course, exclamatory mark and all of that. What does this say? It tells you that the adult will always prioritize. Yes, they want this thing to happen at 10 o'clock, these things to happen at 11 o'clock because they are good experience. But for the child, everything is like a, it's like a blast. It's just like a celebration. Every small thing is like a celebration. We might not think in the shoes of the child. The child is absolutely different. And whatever the child is enjoying, the child will do it very nicely. If you go and force the child, for example, I don't think any teacher or any mother will beg the child, oh child, I'm really begging you. I want you to play at 4 o'clock. At any cost, you have to go out of the house at 4 o'clock. No one will beg. Automatically 3:45, the child will run away. Yeah, but you have to beg for books. You have to beg for studies. You have to tell them, do this, do that, discipline, etc. But play is something innate in them. They will take it up, very easily take it up. Yes, natural for them. So what they are trying to understand is child thinks differently from the adult. Let's go to the next one. Okay. So what are we talking about? Again, we're going to reiterate on NIPUN Bharat initiative. Yes. And then the NEP policy, National Education Policy. And of course, for anything to take up, we say, right, I need some understanding. I'm not copying what you say because I'm not in the right mindset. We say that, right? You need some kind of a cognitive development. So today we're going to talk about cognitive development. And my favorite is Piaget. Yeah, his cognitive development theory, you know what it says? It says that from birth to 2 years, the child will do everything with sense, touch. If you go and give your finger inside, the child's hand, the child will not leave. It will be like, a real grip. It will not leave because for him, everything is sensory. Touch, mama's touch. Whoever is carrying. That's why, if you pass on the child to some unknown stranger, automatically the child will cry. You don't have to pinch the child. automatically the child will cry. So it is like birth to 2 years. It's all sense of touch, feel. Yeah, environment. What is there in the environment? That is what is going on in the child. So it's called sensory motor. That's the development in the brain. Next, go to pre-operational stage, 2 to 6 years. Vocabulary and concrete thinking. Vocabulary as in right from calling mama, daddy, father, whatever you call in your language. The child will start from there and try to collect more words as the adults are speaking. That's why you have to be very careful when you talk to the child. The child will grasp like a sponge and will repeat without understanding the meaning also, because that is what it is, focusing on in the environment. The environment is that. So it is we who are creating the environment for the child, whether you want the child. Otherwise, all the children are very innocent. When they are born, they're very innocent. Yes, fine. Pre-operational stage, concrete thinking, right from collecting words. After some time, they think proper. For example, if you tell them that, this is a crayon, use this crayon for circle shape. Okay, then they will use that orange crayon for circle shape. They will not take green, because they are copying. Cognitive development, concrete thinking. Let's go to the next stage. The next stage is concrete operational, 7 to 11 years. Logical and organized. First, you say, I kind of understand and I'm copying your instruction. I'm doing it. I feel good. Yes, I'm doing it. Next, I go by my logic. Why and why not questions? Why should I do it like this? Why did mama say that I have to eat carrot? Why not something else? Why not lollipop and candies every day? What will happen to my tooth? All this, logical, and they organize things. After that, they say, what, this is my timetable. Mama, what happened today? First, we had English. Next, the drawing teacher came. Organize. Okay. The development of the brain helps them to organize everything that they do. Mama, first let me play and come. Then I will sit for studies. Even that is organizing in the mind. Yes, they prioritize. They want to do things first, second, etc. Go to the last one, formal operational, 12 plus adulthood, until adulthood. Deductive logic. They keep, finding things. What is happening? Very curious about things. So, and reasoning, they reason out whatever. That is why they argue. That is the time. 13 is the time, teen is the time they start to argue with you. Yeah, that is when, elders tells, when they are grown up, come on, they are your friends, put hands on their shoulder, come on, don't, slap them or shout at them. Doesn't work at all with their cognitive development. They are made like that. Okay. So for such cognitive development, what kind of activities we can give? That is what we are here for in this forum today. Yeah. So spot the difference. Look at the difference. There are 3 houses with all the dots and one house doesn't have a dot. So the child will go and pick up that. He sees a difference there. Okay. So these kinds of activity or worksheets will help them to find a difference, cognitive skill. Look at the next picture. You have some kind of a shape. Out of the shape, you can bring an object. It could be a tractor or could be an engine or whatever. So the child will imagine, if I take 2-3 shapes like this, if I put them together, I am getting this end product. Reasoning. Go to the next one. You have colors as well, shapes as well. And then you give like you give a color code, you give a number code now. For heart, use 1. For star, use 6, whatever. Then the child goes down and finds, okay, this is the pattern. This is called patterns. Okay, children are reading patterns, and you can again see this in NIPUN Bharat, the modules, they speak about patterns. Okay, we're going to see more of patterns in our further slides. Then 1, 6, 2, 3, it makes a lot of meaning because numbers are given, assigned to each object, colors. So these are basically cognitive development. You can, you can invent more and give them according to the individual needs of your children. Okay, let's go to the next one. Fine. Yes. So having spoken about cognitive development at length with vivid examples, now we are going to get our foot inside the main objective, which is foundational literacy and numeracy. Let's take it into 2 parts, okay, because I have 34 solid slides and you're not going to run away, and take your notes down. It's going to really help you. And don't worry, Abdul Salam sir will be sharing this PPT with all of you. Yes, and you can use it in your classrooms as well. Let's take literacy into consideration. Okay, you can see something over there, previous knowledge, PK, learning objective, LO. These are important key terms wherever you are, whichever school you teach. Previous knowledge is something very important. When a child comes inside your class, okay, without understanding what the child already know, how can you top your knowledge on top of its brain? Think about it. So when you make your lesson plans, PK must be there overall. It doesn't have to be too individualized. Overall, percentile basis, 60%, 90%. This is the basic thing that I expect my class to understand, on which my learning objective for today is to talk this. Let me give you an example for this. Children know rhymes. Children know songs. Basically, they can sing anything. You know, they can make makeup songs also, they will sing. They will take the Rain, Rain, Go Away tune and they will sing anything that they like, whatever comes in their mouth. With that, that is your previous knowledge, that children love music. That is your previous knowledge. With that, what you're going to talk today is your learning objective of giving them rhymes and jingles today. That is your learning objective. So you take different songs like, you know, Five Little Ducks or Rain, Rain, Go Away, or whatever the song may be, and then you teach them. Key components in laying a strong foundation today is going to be our learning objective. So I have fixed what could be the previous knowledge. Pre-existing knowledge of language helps in building literacy skills is what I'm expecting. If you all are my children, I will expect that, you know, you all know some language, Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi, Malayalam, Tamil, English, something, some language you'll be able to speak something and convey to me that you are happy, you're sad, you'll be able to, right? So taking that as a previous knowledge, we are as educators are going to put a strong foundation in literacy for you today. Let's go to oral language development. Learners, whatever you see in here, in blue, in highlighted form, these are the important key terms which are used in NIPUN Bharat. Okay, so that will help you to understand this presentation later. You know, after a month later, even if you take it up, you can understand that, oh, Ms. Ranjini was talking about oral language development, decoding. It's all there in the document of NIPUN Bharat initiative. Okay, oral language development, anything that you speak and all that, children needs to hear, right? Listening skills. So look at the picture over here. A teacher is talking, campus as well as online, wherever it is, you need a teacher to speak and few children to listen. So you will look at strategies, all those strategies, right, from songs to story and everything, so that the children will listen to you, right? Then sharing of ideas. I listen, I want to keep it to myself. Then what is the use? I need to share it with my peer. That's called collaboration. Yes, I am sharing something with Bhagyashree. Bhagyashree is sharing something with Salam sir. That's called collaboration. So all three together, we understand what is the purpose of our teacher, whoever it is, who is going to teach something to us. So this is collaboration. Communication. A teacher is the, you know, she's a warrior. She adds a lot of vocabulary in child's speaking skills. She is the person to make the child speak. Many a time you would have seen in your PTM, parent teachers meeting, parents come up and, you know, saying that, you know, ma'am, 6 months before my child wasn't talking at all, ma'am. Only after he started going school and talking to you, ma'am, he really likes you a lot, ma'am. Every time they will give you an accolade like this. You know why? Because they feel that, you know, they are really proud of you all because you have added vocabulary to them. It's most important. Let's go to the next one, decoding. What is decoding? You know, in NIPUN Bharat, if you say they are talking about phonic awareness, yes, phonetics, that is decoding. A word is there, say for example, a cat, a word cat is there. How do you decode? How will you understand? You will understand the word cat with the sounds k, t, cat, cat. You decode, you segment, you blend, put them together, and then make a word. Okay, then let's go to the next one and see, you can see a picture here. Once the child is listening to you, once the child starts communicating to you, then when you show 3-letter sound cards, k, act, and teach them arm blending, k, act, cat, cat. There are a lot of blending strategies. After I stop the literacy screen share, I will show you. I have lots to share today. Okay, so let's go. Then they come to making words. Only then this bat, cat, mat, sat, whatever it is coming for them. Until then, they are associating only with the letter sounds. Okay, so let's go in here. The next one. Fine. Again, if you see reading fluency, once you get the word cat, bat, sat, whatever, the child has to read it right, and it should be fluent. NIPUN Bharat initiative is talking about fluency, right from KG to grade 2. When they come to grade 2, they should know how to read it without making errors, and they should read and understand also what is the text is talking about. So when they are in KG1 or LKG, what do you expect? Okay, leave LKG, come much before. 3 to 4 years you keep, okay? Preschool types. When preschool, they will learn and listen only to the songs. Yeah, I'm a follower of Jollyphonics because it has helped my children a lot. So with Jollyphonics, there are a lot more letter and sounds, Jollyphonics, many strategies are there, but I'm taking Jollyphonics. With Jollyphonics, you will be able to associate with the letter sounds. First, the children are just hearing the song. Okay, whatever is the song, ants on my arm, until Z, they just hear the songs. Without understanding, they just memorize things. And after that, when it comes to LKG, they try to take up the particular letter sound and say letter name. For example, letter S makes the sound S, then they tell you with action. And after that, they take 3 letter sounds, put them together, they make a word. After they make a word, they take tricky words, which are called sight words, which you cannot blend them. For example, my, so, whatever, these are words. There are 72 tricky words, which, every educator should have this PDF with you. I can actually share it with you later after the session. And those words are words, you need to put them in a nice card. I'm going to show that, I have it here, and make a beautiful tricky tree. Ask the child to revisit in the campus or online, whatever the mode may be, so that the child is familiarized with this word. Sight words, just see and read it, that's it. You cannot blend it. Then you give 2 or 3 tricky words for the child for a week. The child will keep the tricky words in one hand. Blendable words like hat or bat or sat, put both of them together, nicely make a sentence. That's when reading is fun. Until then, I am just doing whatever. I can take a book. I'm just saying dinosaur is there. Dinosaur had went to the park, and actually the text says something. But the children will say, dinosaur jumped into the pond and dinosaur got a towel. They will say anything that they like because that is what they understand. It's for fun they read. Later on, look at the next picture. A lot of books reading for pleasure. Pleasure means, you choose your book. You want only this particular book. I'm a fan of this book. I'm a fan of that author. We say, right? I love famous 5. So books of that kind, children will choose books. Later on, look at the last one, reading for knowledge. That is when we follow our genres, whether it is chemistry or physics or biology or whatever, we choose our genres and then we read for knowledge. So that's how reading goes. This is the way. Let's go to reading comprehension. What is comprehending? Whatever I study, I need to make meaning for that. So I make the meaning in text, I retrieve the information, and I interpret also. For example, I read it, I share it with my friend and try to tell her that, this is what I understood from this text. Then she will add something. Then you will make more meaning to it. Both of them can write comprehension. This is para writing or comprehension or whatever I'm talking at grade 2. Yes, grade 1, grade 2, you can start off. If you ask me, if you give your child to me, I will make your child write at ease. Cool writing at KG2 itself, which is UKG. Okay, fine. So later on, what you do? You include verb, adverb, noun. Subtly you include all this. And how do you think you can give? I'm going to show you a picture for that also after the end of literacy session. You will talk that, I'm going to make a simple sentence. Simple sentence as in, I see a cat. It's a simple sentence. Okay. I see a, all 3 are tricky words. Cat. Cat is the only word which you can blend. Simple sentence. After that, you say that, this is, you're going to make it as a good sentence. From simple, you're going to carry it, make it as a good sentence. How you will say, I see a fat cat. Fat cat. I see a fat cat and a rat. So you're talking about conjunction here. You spoke about, the adverb there. And then now you're going to talk about verb. I see a fat cat with a rat running or whatever. Then it becomes, what is the action verb? Whatever you want to say about the cat, what the cat did. So from a simple sentence, you take it to a good sentence. You call it as a good sentence. Then you speak on amazing sentence. Lovely, amazing sentence. That's how you introduce. Do you think your children will understand that, oh, my teacher gave me verb, adverb, noun? They will not understand anything, but they will get it into their heads very easily. So may it be any curriculum you follow, but there is a way to give children. That is what we are talking about in this forum. Now look at this picture here. I paint. Child will know I, the word I, because it's a tricky word you have given to them. Paint is a word which has a complicated grammar to it, but there is a picture that shows it is painting. So the child will say, I paint. Then there is a picture, I eat. Then, swimming, I swim. I skate, I run. So with picture clues, the child will be able to read. This is the next step. Then look at this. Sound buttons. You can see buttons over there, right? I see the cat. Actually speaking, this is talking about how many words are there in a sentence. I will teach you sound buttons later after I stop the screen share. In the word cat, you have 3 sounds. The dot will be under each letter sound. But this picture is telling you that how many words. The child will start to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 words in this sentence, Ms. Ranjini. I see the cat. Lovely. Then the child will draw the picture. That's the next step. Go to the next one. I have a bike. My bike is big. Yeah. Now you're going to go to describing words. Yes. You're going to start describing. How does it look? So what the teacher will have a conversation. Darling, I have a cycle today. How does it look for you? The child will say, it has a handlebar. You have a bell over there. And how do you use and all that? They will go to the extent of talking about different modes of transport and come back to speak about the cycle again. That is our intelligent group of children that we have, right? We have to enable them. That's it. Provide them environment. Okay, go to the next one. Then we are talking about writing. If you see the first picture, it will tell you how the child will write. At the beginning, the child will write only like this. Yes, then you have to tell them that, open curve, go up on the same curve, come down to make a small flick. That's letter A, darling. And then you will talk about red and blue line, how to write within red and blue line. So if you see in the next picture, it has arrow marks. You can have this with you and tell the child, standing line, start from the first red line, go down to the second blue line and stop, darling. Go up again and make a curve. That's letter B. So you have such kind of mantra chants, and school vary from these mantra chants. Some school, they call it as open curve, left curve, right curve, up swing, up curve, down swing, down curve. A lot are there, but whatever you follow, when you do the red and blue line, if you can give them arrows, they will awesome understand. Go to the last one. When you give such practice, automatically the child will write within the red blue lines. In some time, apple is red. That is what is the expectation. Automatically the child will write. Go to the next one. Here you have picture cards down. The child needs fine motor skills like snipping a paper, right? The child starts right from preschool to snip a paper. Please note, teachers, the scissor is a child-friendly scissor, not an adult scissor. Okay, they will just take a paper, snip into 2. Only that much they can do. It is so difficult. They have to put in the fingers inside, open it, cut. It's such a big Herculean task for them. Not so easy. They start when they are in preschool, and when they come to LKG, they kind of understand, okay, this is how I do things. Yes. And then in UKG, they will be able to cut along the square proper. And then in first standard or even in UKG, awesome, they will cut nicely. They will take the glue. Multitasking, cognitive skill comes in there. Okay, they can manage many things at a time, and then they will stick it there. Gradually, today, whatever worksheets that we are seeing here has a gradation in the flow in the PPT, and it goes from preschool until grade 2. Okay, fine. Go to the next one. Cat on a mat. So what does it say? The wording says that it's a black cat, and it sat on a mat. So draw a picture of what the cat does in the story. So the teacher will explain the cat sat on a mat, but while illustrating, the children will understand that it is a black cat. So I will not take a blue crayon and try to color it, right? Because my teacher told me it's a black cat. That's how they interpret what the teacher says, how the child has to do. Go to the next one. Now comes comprehension, question answer. You have a para. The cat is very hungry. Then what happened? Who likes apples? The cat likes apples. Oh my God, when did it start to like apples? So that's the part of the story. Okay, then go to the next one. If you want your children to do everything in a very nice way without even having a pain of what they are going through in education, you must give them wonderful rules every day in the class, pictorial rules. For writing, you can see these are called sentence rules. That is, when you begin, darling, start with a capital letter. Then, sweetie, 2-finger gap. Keep it in the middle. 2-finger gap, darling. You should role model and show them a full stop at the end. Why do you insist on a full stop at the end? Because when grade 1 and grade 2, in the age of 7 to 8 or 8 to 9, whatever, the child will actually read like this. There is a cat, it is very hungry, it likes, there is no full stop. The child cannot understand. Only when they write and put a full stop, you have to again and again tell them that, darling, wherever you see a full stop, stop, sweetie, for some time, just a microsecond, then go to the next slide. Okay, so sentence rules are very, very important. Let's go to the next one. We enough spoke about all of this, which is in the document. As Abdul Salam sir said, we always enhance more because we have 10 children in the class. Not 10 are the same. See your fingers. Are they the same? No. Look at your family members. Are they same? 1,000 participants are there. Are we all the same? No. Right? We all are different. We all are unique. So there is always a challenge. There should be a basket full of challenge for the child, because any child comes in new to your class. Okay, the child already knows how to read. Or do you think that, darling, you actually wait for 8 months, next year you will go to KG2, that is when I'm going to give you this exercise? You cannot say that. You have to challenge the child right away. So I have few challenge activities for you. So let's look at that. Look at the first picture, which is a flower, which says simple sounds. Go to the next one. That's how you say the sound. You bring in each sound together and finally say stomp. What is stomping? Stop your feet. You do with action to the children and make them understand. From there, from rebus write, this is called rebus write. Wherever the child doesn't know to write, even in UKG, you can give them pictures. With what you will see, darling, I see a cat. With what you will see only with your eyes, right? So you can draw the picture of eyes there. Okay. If you do not know how to blend, no problem, sweetie. Cat, you know how a cat looks? Drinks milk, right? Draw a cat. Simple. 2 circle, 1 small tail, and then 2 ears. Finished. That's cat for the child. And the teacher will definitely appreciate. Okay. This is what sound buttons that I was talking about. Bin, ba, I, 3 sounds it has. Ba, I, 3 sounds. When you put them together, whether it is stretch band activity or arm blending, the word bin comes out. And how does a bin look? You have a picture over there. Okay. From there, let's go to diagrams here. Okay. A challenge basket means you should have something more. Okay. The child understands that something, the child is able to say something out of the word. The child is trying to read a storybook. So you need to give the grammar rule there. So you have to tell them, darling, what's a digraph means? Letter S was roaming in wherever, say Lulu supermarket. Letter H was roaming in Dubai Mall, because I live in UAE now. Yeah. and both got bored because, you know, individual shopping, completely boring. They want to come together. Yeah, protocol, COVID protocol, 2 meter distance, etc. They came together and made a new sound. Letter S makes the sound. Letter H makes the sound. Yeah. And then when they come together, they did not make the sound. Ha. No. Then what was the sound made? Shh. As in shark, as in sheep, as in trash. So this SH can come at the beginning, can come in the middle sometimes, and at the end as well. This is how you teach digraph to the children. Go to the next picture. Yes, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. So you can take up writing rhymes like this in pictorial form. This is called rebus writing with regard to rhymes and jingles. So children, any child can draw an oval and put two, you know, stick figures and say it's Humpty Dumpty. They can do it. So you should tell them Humpty Dumpty. You know the word sat because Ms. Ranjani has taught you blending. On, both are tricky words I've already given you. Wall. It's okay if you do not know the you know, sounds of wall. You can also draw a wall. So like this, if you can give practice to your children, the children will start to write all the rhymes. Will you believe? They will definitely start writing rhymes. Mothers will be super excited to see it. And later, when they understand Humpty, then they will replace. Until then, they can go on with rebus, right? And don't have to wait that, you know, let me learn it in the 5th grade, not required. They can start off right away. Okay, that is why we are here. Look at this one. This is pretty interesting. My dad ran up the hill. It's a secret sentence. You can see a picture of a moon. You can have a picture. I mean, you see a picture of a yo-yo. Moon, right? You know the sound. So the child sees the picture, find the beginning sound, and she'll put it there. And then go to the next picture. Yo-yo, yeah. And then look at the dog. Look at the apple. Look at the duck. So by now you would have understood how the secret sentence was made. Okay, I'm going to have a demo on that as well after we are done with this. After the secrets, and these secret sentences, children will love very much. And then you should also challenge them to say that you finished my first challenge. The second challenge for you is to make your own secret sentence. Then the child will think. How the child will think? The child will first think of an object, and then will find the beginning sound. Before all this exercise, the child will think what sentence he is going to make. And then, you know, keep it in the mind. And then accordingly, the child will make a table. It's a super exciting secret sentence activity, and many children have got benefited. So kindly take it up. Look at the next one. The cat sat on a mat and a picture. And look at this one. I like the cat or a dog because I give my own reasons. Because, you know, the dog is very faithful, whatever, you know, he's my, you know, pet at home. And then, you know, he takes care of my house, whatever the child will write. How much the child can write? The child will write with rebus clues, which means wherever the child cannot write, he will draw and tell you, this is what I meant, Miss Ranjani. That is what we will do. Got it? Let's go to the next one. Yes. I'm going to do this particular activity with you live in the session after I stop the screen share. So let's reserve this, okay? And I spoke on conjunction, verb, and noun just now. You know, the children, see, for them, verb, adverb, noun, conjunction, it's all big words. But how did we give them? We gave them in a very easy manner. I see a cat, simple sentence. I see a cat and a rat, and is a conjunction. Like that, we gave them very easily. But big words, grammar is a lot here. But how do we give them? We give them very easily. Okay. So any curriculum you follow doesn't matter, but you can give them very easily. That is what I'm saying. Let's go much deeper into grammar, vowels and consonants. So you talk about, you know, I don't know, on the screen share, you'll not be able to see in a larger view, but I'm going to show you this again, but you can see this. Your hand, okay? And then I'm going to show you again, no worries. And the A, E, I, O, U that makes the sounds A, E, E, whatever, they are special letters among the 26 letters, right? In an alphabet. And then they are called vowels. And then consonants, the rest are consonants. So we will talk about digraph. What's a consonant digraph? SH, WH, whatever, NG, they are all consonant digraphs. Yeah, two letter sounds come together, making a new sound is the definition of a digraph. Come to wall digraphs. What is that wall digraph? You can see in the picture on the right extreme. Yeah, AI, EE, IE. The rule is when two walls go walking, only one does the talking. The second one is always quiet. For example, take AI. If you take AI, both went for walking. Only A will talk. I will always keep quiet. Then sometime in life that I should get a chance, darling, to speak. Okay, give him a chance. IE, let them walk. Then I got a chance to speak. Now it's hooray types. Yeah, they are happy. So what are all the words do you think are associated with A? And you know what? They don't say the letter sound. They say the letter name. That's the difference between a wall digraph and a consonant digraph. These are grammar rules and phonics. Yeah, you will enjoy. When you learn it, you will enjoy. And when you give it to your children, as Salam sir said, they have to understand and read. For example, rain, train. And what is happening here? T, A, N. We are not saying A sound. We are saying A because the rule is that any child these days, you saw a picture, right? There in the ancient time, we quietly listen to whomever is talking to us. These days, children will ask you questions. Yeah, why, Miss Ranjini, you are talking like this? I don't understand at all. Hands raised, awesome on an online session. They will ask. Yeah, you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready with all the possible answers. So you need to tell them two walls go walking, darling. Only one does the talking. And while talking, also he is not telling the letter sound, but tells the letter name. That's the rule. Okay, then we go to soft C, hard G, hard C, all this. You know what? Selena is soft C. Caterpillar is hard C. Correct? Cat is hard C and Selena is soft C. For example, take giraffe. Yeah, giraffe and gum. Both are G, but one is soft, one is hard. You cannot talk more than this to a child, right? The child needs to understand. Then otherwise the child will say, should I write J or G, miss? Because it is giving me the sound J sound. No, darling, it is soft G, hard G. Then they understand. So you have examples for that also. I'm going to show you. Okay. Then one more is shy I and toughy by. You're going to see this. Let me go to the next one. You will see it. Look here. When you go to shy I and toughy by, for example, words like sky, okay, hungry. When you say hungry, E, at the end you hear only E. Only letter I should come. Why is that Y is coming? Too much, no, for Y to come in there? No. I is very shy. Y is toughy Y. She will come at the end. At least this much explanation you should give your children, right? Otherwise, you want them to write Hungry. Write 5 times. That is hungry for you. Why? There is a rule there. Let's know the rule. Yes, hungry. And then look at that magic key. Many children would have asked you, maid, ma'am, mad, ma'am, maid. What is the difference? I didn't understand. Darling, you know what? There is a magic E here. He will sit at the end, but that fellow will not talk. He's very quiet. And what he will do, having sitting at the end, he will not talk also, but he will tell you the wall there. What's the wall there? A. And then he will say the name again, doesn't say the sound. It is not Maddie, it is made because it is A sound. He doesn't tell this letter sound, but tells the letter name. Like this, very slowly you give them rules for whatever you're teaching. This grammar will highly help children to understand and read. Correct? So when you give them storybooks to read, in between, you have to stop them and ask them. NIPUN Bharat is talking about big picture book, folk tales, value-based stories and all of that. Any book that you read, you should stop and ask them, sweetie, when I could see a word there with rain, what is that? Miss Ranjini forgot. Then they will say, Miss Ranjini, that's called an alternative spelling, or they will say it's a wall digraph. Oh, very good. Can you underline? Then they will take the pencil and underline that particular letter or particular, spelling. Why they are doing? Because you are revisiting the grammar again and again. Yeah, let's go to the next one here. That's about, yes, you can see hard and soft sounds, guitar and giraffe. Yes, both are G. One is hard and one is soft. With pictures, if you show them with the labels, teachers, very important, with the labels. Okay, they need to see it, whether they understand to read or not, they at least can associate with letter G as a print over there and they will understand. Okay, look at this, city, scent, bicycle, all are soft, very soft. Okay, and then this is called shy I and toughy Y. Party, I can hear only E sound. Then in every time, whenever the word puppy comes in or party comes in, you should stop and ask them. Whichever child doesn't know, you should ask the child. Child, I completely forgot. What do you think? I feel I should come because I makes the sound E. No, Miss Ranjini, I is shy and Y is stuffy. Why? They will say that, right? So like that, you have to reiterate on the grammar part. Lovely. So we're going to take a time for a break, but we're not going to move. But what you're going to do is you're going to, what you like the most about your teaching skills. You have your own way of teaching, right? I want you to pen that in your chat box. Bhagyashree will surely read, but before that, you take your time. Don't worry, don't type very quickly, because I know that you have a lot of skills and one will be supreme on that. Yeah, you hold on. I'm going to stop the screen share. Okay, and I'm going to show you a lot of resources that I have piled up here for literacy. After that, I will call my friends. Two of them will come and tell you how we are going to do this literacy part. Okay, hold on. So teachers and Bhagyashree, I hope you can see. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, fine. First, you can reserve your teaching skills, typing for some time, and look at this now, because I don't want you to miss. You can park for some time. Later on, you try and type. Okay, Miss Bhagyashree will surely read. Look at this one. This is called rainbow writing. Child who has not started writing properly will take the jumbo crayons, okay, and try to write it on the same pattern so that they understand the formation. Standing line, go down and make a small curve inside a letter G and a dot. Okay, like this, you start with rainbow writing. Then, before rainbow writing, children need to join dots, right? Different patterns, mountain pattern, standing pattern, slanting pattern. So pattern sheet. Then I'm going to show you one more. We are talking about, look at this, blending, right? I told you arm blending. I'm going to show you stretch band as well. Simple rubber band. Last session I told, I'm now there'll be new learners. I'm showing you again stretch band. But I stretch it. I bring the sounds together and say box. Yes, stretch band activity. And look at these ones. Yeah, I'm going to show you that as well. Look here. Yeah, these are sound buttons. You write the word, okay, keep it there. Can you kindly see the arrow marks here? Okay, and pause, darling. Don't run. You should tell the children, kindly don't run. You know why they should not run? Hardly our children remember the middle sound. They know the beginning sound, they know the end sound. Middle sound, if you don't pause, they will forget. Okay, so and one go and. So these things will be very helpful. These are called sound buttons. And I'm going to show you a lot here. Okay, so look here. These are called tricky words, the words which you cannot blend. How do you put them? Kindly put them very attractively like this, because children need to read them. And what you will do with this, every day swap like this so that they will be able to read it. Okay, put it like this. Let them read it. And then finally, you can make a tricky tree. Look in here. This is called a tricky tree. Every day, the child will take the pointer finger, go here and read. I, me, to, do, he, be, off, go, by. Every day, just 5 minutes. If they can do this, I'm very sure, I bet they can make sentences on their own, because you're doing blending as well as you're doing tricky words. Okay, let's go to the next one. Yeah. See this one. Any, what do you call, any cardboard that you have, okay, and take your post-it slip, okay, take your post-it slip, cover it up like this, and tell the child, I'm showing you, let me check your memory. Tell me what was the word. Tell me what was the word. Tell me what was the word. Any material that you have, you can, it's a simple thing. If I show it, you know, you will laugh. Very simple. Okay, you can make tricky words like this. It's called a tricky word window for me. Okay, and then let me show you this. We are talking about diagram, right? Look at this. At the beginning, at the end, sharp at the beginning, wish at the end. So like this, you will tell the child, you will give a sheet like this, and the child will go with the pointer finger and try to blend. Up, sharp, sharp. Like that, the child will read. Yes? And look at this one. When I go with some stories or whatever, matching activity, these pictures, I took a printout just for this session. Yeah. So look at this. You can awesome match. Give them pictures and the words, and then they can very nicely match. And finally, look at this one. You have a story. You can make your own story. I have only this story with me. And then you can give them a card like this. Okay. Show card. This one. When you read the story, the child will have the card in her hand or his hand. Whenever you read Sharon, the child will lift. The child will not lift because it doesn't hear the sh sound. Sharp, immediately the child will lift. Like that, the child should lift this flashcard of sh digraph whenever the child can hear. And if you look at the print also, all the digraph, that is, SH digraph has a different color for the child to understand. Okay, this is another one. We're going to show you more. Yeah, look at here. Look at this wheel. You turn the wheel and you can say, baby, can you please keep all of this, rotating, and go and say, where is the cherry? Can I put it here? No. Why? It doesn't have sh sound. It is ch sound. It is ch, ch. That's a different diagram. This is a different diagram. So I'm trying to find. This is cheese. Can I put this SH over there? No. But what I can do? Okay, that is a tricky one. Look at the snake. Snake doesn't have, it is not a shake. It is a snake. Okay, so I can put it in sheep. Look at the sheep. It has sh diagram. So you can have this. Okay. Look at the next one. Don't worry. Somebody is asking a PDF of this. You have everything with you in the deck, and the deck is in your hand. Okay. No worries. Fine. I would like to show you. I want you to take a note of this now. It's yarn, right? And the child first starts with associating with the individual sound, single sound, yarn. Then the child will go with sound buttons. Okay, t, rat, rat. Then what is the gradation? The gradation is this one. There is a picture that says somebody is pushing someone and it's not a happy thing. It's bad. The practice is bad. Okay, so the teacher has to explain the situation and say that, darling, there are 3 words. Okay, I can read the word for you, but tell me what is happening here. Then it says there's bad, Miss Ranjini. Oh, you're right. Yes. Then you will tick. You give him a whatever, the pen or a highlighter, the child will highlight. Look at this one. Empty, nothing is there. This is the max gradation that you will give. You will say that cap is here. Yeah. Ma'am, please tell me at pre-KG level as well, as your session is very helpful. For pre-KG, you will go with the sounds. Okay, right from A to Z, go with a song, jollyphonic song. And when you go with the song, have the capital letter A with you, no harm, but show the small letter A as well and say that this is the sound. If they can understand that much, and pictures like apple, alligator, and whatever, then that is the help that you can do for pre-KG with regard to phonics. Okay, rest of it you have to focus on listening and attention, vocabulary, okay, and a little bit of scribbling activity. In my last session, I was talking about scribbling from end to end, within bounds, and all of that. So don't worry, I will give you a session on that as well. In this picture, the child has to first infer what is this, then first of all, the child should think that, okay, I know it's a cap, but I do not know how to write a cap. What are the letter sounds that makes the word cap? I have to seriously think about it. And only then I can write cap, apple. Yeah, it's a really higher order for small children. Okay, if you are done with all of this, then you will make sentences, because Ms. Ranjini has given you tricky words. You have to make sentence. If you make sentence, do you think I'm going to leave you at that point in time? I will ask you to draw what you wrote. I will ask you to read again and share with your peers. I'm not going to leave you. Yes? Until you come to para writing, I'm going to leave you. Until I see that you read the newspaper, I'm not going to leave you anyway. Yeah? So that's about it. So now look in here. One move. You take your keychain, simple one. Okay, put all the tricky words like this and give it to the child. The child will read, because children love to move things. Something has to be moving. Kinesthetic learners they are. Look in here. Let them read. Simple keychain. Yeah, we can make it right. Whatever I'm showing here, it's not a big resource at all. They're all simple ones. And look at this. Every day morning, go and sit in your class, swipe the cards like this. Let them read it. Do it slowly. Do it very fast. They get a lot of fun in reading the tricky words. Okay, so these are the ones. Let me show you one last, and then Bhagyashree will read your answers. Look at that. When I say, about opposites and all that, NIPUN Bharat is talking about big pictures, slow and fast. Then you can go to the story. Yes, you can explain what do you mean by slow, what is fast, what happened. Why, darling, all the time you look at the snail and he is slow? Then you can talk about it. Its movement is slow. Then to the extent of understanding the world, which is the EVS aspect, they will say that it will withdraw the head inside the shell if some intruder comes to disturb. This is not English, right? But what is happening there? When you build your communication skill with the child will talk more than literacy. It will talk about how many snails? One, which is numeracy, integration. This is called integration. Cross-curriculum link to the other subject while your core subject is something else. Then you also talk about the story. What happened? Why is the snail slow? Where have you seen the snail? The science aspect of snail. What happens? All this you speak. What's the texture? What's the color? Have you ever touched a snail? What will happen if you touch the snail? Yes? Fine. So like this big picture makes children life easier. Yeah? Fine. And then one last I'm going to show you is, look at the big book Ms. Ranjini is having. This is how you will tell stories to children, because you need their attention. Once upon a time, what happened? Something is going to happen now, because my friends are going to come and tell you a story. Okay, let me put it here. Okay, so I request Ashwati and Bhagyashree to be on video, and I request all the other learners to go off the video just for 5 minutes. Do not mind, so that we can show you a demo. Okay, Bhagyashree? Yes, Ashwati?
Yes. As ma'am will now start with the demo. So dear participants, you're requested to switch off your video during the demo so that Ranjini ma'am can pin the educators who are going to be the part of this demonstration, please. Only for this demonstration time, dear educators, please switch off your video.
Ashwati is here. We're going to add spotlight to Ashwati. And then where is our moderator? Otherwise, Arun, if you can do, Mr. Arun, if you could do, it will be lovely. I want the moderator or Bhagyashree ma'am and Ashwati over here. Yes? I could see Ashwati on screen. Hi, Ashwati. Lovely. How are you? Very nice. Okay. I'm unable to see Bhagyashree now. If Arun, if you're over there, you can help me. It'll be nice. And let me get started. Of course, Bhagyashree is there. I'm going to start with a beautiful story. Once upon a time, Ashwati, you know what happened? Goldilocks and the Three Bears. That's the story. Yes, now I can see all of them. Lovely. Thank you, Mr. Arun. Yeah. So learners, what we are doing today is a small demo on literacy I'm going to give you. We are going to talk about the story. Many teachers were talking to me about preschool, how to develop, what to do, right from this to the end. You can always, watch what we are doing here. Goldilocks and the Three Bears is the title of the story. Okay, once upon a time, something happened. Later, let me tell them this one. I'm telling the story in a very crisp, okay, short form. There were three bears, and then one day they started to make a porridge, but they wanted to go out because it was too hot. They want to go for a walk, come back and drink the porridge. Okay, that is what happened. And after saying this, I will string this particular card over here like this. This is what happened. Okay, that's the first card. And then I will tell them, by then there was a girl called Goldilocks with beautiful golden locks of hair, and she was wandering in the forest. And what did she do? She went near a house. She did not know who was inside. She wanted to enter in. Did she give a calling bell man, or she called them whether I can come, any prior appointment? No, darling, she just entered. That's the second scene. Okay, so we are going to put that next over here. So the children will be watching, because there is a lot of voice modulation, lot of drama happening. Do you think your children will run away? They will not run away. They will sit put there. Okay. Next, what happened? She opened the door. Next, what happened? It was too hot. And then she started to take the baby bear's porridge. She drank it. After that, what happened? The parents, they came in. Oh my God. And were they happy? No, they were very sad, because, after walking, do you think if the bowl is empty, they'll be happy? They are very hungry. They went out only for a walk so that they can come back and take the porridge. Now the porridge isn't there in the bowl, darling. What they will do? Okay, leave it. Then what this girl did? She ran away, darling. She wasn't there at all. Now, Ashwati, you tell me, what is the action that Goldilocks did? Are you happy with it, sweetie? Are you happy?
No, ma'am.
Oh my God, why are you not happy? What she should have done?
She shouldn't run away.
She should not run away. Okay, then what she should have done if not running away?
She should say sorry to the three bears.
She should say sorry to the three bears. Take both the cards and keep it together. She was supposed to give a sorry. Yeah. So again, learners, go back to NIPUN Bharat. They're talking about value-based. They're talking about folk tales. They're talking about giving the core values in children in terms of their mental health, well-being, good habits, and all of that. So the golden words, sorry and thank you, have come in already here. Understood? So that is what. Okay, fine. Now Ashwati, my child, told me that she should have given sorry. Okay, leave it. It should have been a sorry there. She forgot, I guess. Okay, we will tell her to come and give. Goldilocks, please come over there. Say sorry. Sorry, three bears. I'm very sorry. Okay, we'll leave it there. Yeah, so sad. Fine. Now, Bhagyashi, having accepted her sorry and having taken Goldilocks into their family like this, intact, can you change the title of the story?
Ma'am, can
Yes.
I keep the title as Goldilocks and her bear family?
Wow,
Will
darling.
that be good?
Super, darling. Then you get a star. Okay, both of you. Yeah. Ashwati also gets a star. You also get a star. Okay, lovely. Now look at this. We are going to change the title, write it in a paper, and pin it there as a title page. Okay, now shift to Ashwati now. Ashwati, having changed the title that we are going to accept Goldilocks, because you only said no, we should say sorry, then family member, all that. If you want to add a new character to the story, whom do you think you can bring in?
I would like to add Goldilocks' pet dog.
Pet dog, darling? Why not a dinosaur? Why a dog? Yeah.
Because dog can guard their house. They can take care of the bear's family.
Yes. They can take care of the bear family. Most important is they can take care of the porridge bowl, darling, so that none will come and drink. Otherwise, they'll say bow, bow, right?
Yes.
Very good thought. Again, what we will do is take a piece of paper, write the last, whatever, the character, a dog, pin it here. This is called story sequencing. You change the title page, you give a different ending because she did not run away. She became a family member and then a new character comes in. So now learners, you tell me, do you think every story will have a set moral? No. Children perspective is different. That is why we saw the picture like, adult think differently, child think differently. We think differently. We what do you call? We print it and say, this is the moral of the session. No, the child thinks differently. So please accept the child's view as well. Okay, that is what I was trying to say. And one more is, Ashwati, I have a task for you. Our learners want to learn from you how to do a secret sentence reading. Can you see? I have done half of it. It's not me. Okay, your friend Bhagyashree has done it. My cat is on, but we do not know what is this. Can you make it, sweetie? What is this?
That's a moon.
Okay, then what should I write here?
The beginning sound.
Okay, what's the next one?
That's yo-yo.
Then here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here?
Leaf.
Very good. This one?
Apple. A.
Ah, very good. This one?
And pizza. P.
Oh, lovely girl. Let me take my pen and let me write. Okay. Very good. Now, when one child has returned, I want to test whether Bhagyashree is sleeping or listening. So I will ask her only to read the sentence. Bhagyashree, can you please read it?
Yes, ma'am, I can surely read it.
Yes.
My cat is on my lap.
Lovely. You both get a big star and a huggy. Okay, come on, take this. Lovely. Very good. So now, I hope you enjoyed this drama here. And Bhagyashree, thank you, Ashwati. I need to give you a star. Hold on, darling. Can you catch the star? One,
Sure. Thank you, ma'am.
yes. Lovely, lovely. Thank you, Bhagyashree. You should also.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, catch. Lovely, good. Very good. Catch it. Very good. So we're going to move on to numeracy. Before we move on to numeracy, Bhagyashree will be reading at least 7 important skills that the teacher think that they are, great in doing that in their class transaction, so that we can understand how it is. Yeah, fine. Get going.
So dear participants, as ma'am said, you can please pen down in few words what you like the most about your teaching in the classroom. That I can read a few of them here. Fun discussion with kids during teaching.
Okay.
Visual impact. Somebody feels energetic and being child with them is their strength.
Okay.
And hands-on activities which they take up is their strength.
Okay.
Then interactive and activity-based.
Okay.
Associating pictures with everything.
Okay.
Yes, participants, please tell us what else do you like about your teaching the most?
A lot,
Voice
yeah.
modulation,
Okay.
playful learning, happy face,
Fine.
life skills, all these.
Lovely, lovely. Okay. So a lot, you have a lot of skills. We're going to talk about teacher skills again. Okay. So Bhagyashree, are you able to see my screen back here?
Yes, ma'am.
Lovely. Okay, fine. Let's go into this. And we're going to jump into numeracy. I hope literacy was helpful and interesting for you. Let's see what we can do in numeracy. Again, the same thing. You should have some kind of a PK, which is a previous knowledge. Previous knowledge will help you assess what kind of objective you can plan for the day for your learners. Okay, so pre-number concept. There were pre-KG teachers here. They were asking me that, pre-number concept. Bhagyashree, I hope you can see the screen. You are able to write?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Lovely, lovely. I hope all others are also able to see it. Okay. So when we say pre-number concept can be big, small, tall, short, and other things which are, the number hasn't been introduced. It's for pre-KG. Okay. So we're just talking about a big balloon. I have a big ball and all of that. So these are all, pre-number concept. And when you come to pre-number concept, just children will crush something and keep it and say that, these many I have kept. Okay, then you should tell them, can we count? Then rote counting is something, it comes at the beginning for them without even understanding what is numbers. So they will say 1, 2, 3, 4, but they will not count proper. 1, 2, 6, 5. They will say anything they like because they do not know as a sequence. From there, you pick them up to show the number cards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and tell them that if you show number 1, this is number 1. Standing line makes number 1. Open curve and sleeping line makes number 2. Open curve and open curve makes number 3. Whatever, the right curve or closed curve or whatever curve that you say in your school, you should say the mantra chant and teach them the formation. Then look at the third picture. You have the number and you have some picture associated with that tells them the number value. Sun is always 1, darling. Yeah. So 1 and the sun. And then 2 ice creams, very good. And then 3 of whatever it is. If 3 Goldilocks, if you would have done your story session that particular day, and if you're teaching number 3, you can talk about awesome 3 bowls, 3 beds, 3 chairs, 3 bears, everything. You can connect to your story. This is holistic education. Okay, you are giving a cross-curriculum link to the story also, talking about the bears also, and talking about the shape. Look at the pre-number concept coming in Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Not only number concept, also a big bowl, a big bed, small bed, medium, all that comes in, right? Finally, the child will be able to connect the pictures as shown in the last picture. Okay, child will be able to count the number of carrots and say, the child will find where number 4 is there. Then the child will be able to connect. Okay, let's go to the next one. What's happening? Yeah, so when you come over here, we are talking about identification of numbers. Identification of numbers see, all the time if you show a number card, the child will get bored. So you have some kind of a cupcakes or molds or whatever there, and you have thongs. And children, if they are doing online lessons, they will have awesome lentils, rajma, beans and other stuffs. They will pick up and put it in the right bowl. If they have a small cup or a tumbler, that's more than enough. They start to count. But what they associate with the number there. They see the number 1 and put only 1 bean over there. Correct? And then look at this one, number line. Number line is very, very important, teachers. Please have number line with you. Whenever, you can stick the number line on each table for the child so that any object the child takes can keep it in the right number. The number of objects that they can take, that shows the number value. Number line also helps them in counting, addition, everything. 1 more, 1 less. What is 1 more than 2? Look at the number line. It is 3. And then you have a numicon picture also there. Numicons also. See, you can see numicons in the picture which is down. 2 plus 5. What is that? It's 7. And I know my friends are going to come, of course, after this numeracy session is over. They're going to show a demo of how addition can happen, data handling can happen, how a 2D and a 3D. 2D and a 3D is a very big term for a small child, but how to give it very easily is what they're going to come and demonstrate. Okay, let's go to the next one here. I request that all of you please have 1 to 100 number chart. This 1 to 100 number chart is for the UKG children or KG2s. You can have 1 to 50 for KG1. You can have 1 to 10 for preschoolers. Okay. If you want, you can subdivide and say 1 to 5 and 6 to 10 also is okay. Absolutely. And later on in the month of March, have 1 to 10 for the preschoolers. They will identify for sure. Okay. And you can see that from 10 until 100, all are highlighted. You know why? The child, while looking at it as a visual, child should understand that there's something, interesting and, something different and something special about 10, 20, 30, 40. The child should understand. And I was recently, helping a kid to understand about this number chart. So I used to tell her, darling, go to the right side, number 10. Put your pointer finger there. The child will put the pointer finger. Come once row down, darling. She will say it is 20. Okay. Come 4 to your left. She will say it is 16. That's how I taught her subtraction also. Just with the number chart I taught her. And it was very helpful for the mother, in fact. Okay. Go to the next one. As I told you, keep the number line. One more and one less is something very easy. My number is the number that you want and put it in the center. Okay. What is one less of 3 will be 2, because your number line is also saying the same thing. And then go to the one more will be 4. Yes, because see, learners, if you feel that 1 to 10 can be managed within the activity sheets like this, if it is going to be 15, 16, 25, 30, 100, then you have to necessarily go to the number chart to associate, correct? So, because the child will not be able to illustrate so much. If you say 99, do you think the child will be sitting and doing 99 images there? No. Then you go to the number chart. Okay. Come to base 10 operations. Very simple. Base 10 is something very big for the child and the mother. How many mothers will understand base 10? Very simple. Have 10 blocks, building blocks, and then a 3 over here and say that it is 30. That's it. Simple base 10 and place value, and worksheets are there for you. This PPT is for you. Don't worry. Okay, you don't have to take a screenshot. I've already sent it to Salam sir to share it with you all. Now look at the GIF. The GIF was in 2D and turned into a 3D. Yeah. So what do you say that, a circle getting into sphere, and a square getting into cube, and a rectangle getting into cuboid? That is what you're trying to talk about here. Triangle getting into a triangle prism. Yes, but how will you give 2D and 3D? Very simple, teachers. 2D means he will be flat. 3D means he ate too much and he became fat. Very simple terms. Don't give them more. This is more than enough and they will learn. First, let them learn the properties of it. Okay, I'm going to stop the screen share after a while and show with vivid examples about 2D and 3D. Let's go to length, weight, capacity, time. See, under measurement in NIPUN Bharat, you have all these modules. Length, with your scale, they can measure because it has numbers. And then weight, what is that weight? Mama, every time she goes to the shop and then, she speaks about, kilo and all that. But kilo and all that, it's Persian and Greek for the child. So the child will only say that my school bag with all my things inside is heavy. And if I take all of it out, then it is very light. Yeah, heavy and light, they can understand only like that. And then talk about, capacity and weight. You can actually help them to understand with the weigh balance. 2 stones here, and then on one side, or 1 stone on 1 cup. Okay, simple homemade weigh balance you can make. Have 2 cups, 1 hanger in the middle, and 2 ropes. That's it. Your weigh balance is. And then put 1 stone in 1 cup and put some objects like pom-pom or whatever, which doesn't have a weight and all that. Then let them understand. They might not understand 1 kg, half a kg, quarter kg, but at least they will understand that if it is going to be a small pebble, then I need to put so many counters here. If it is going to be a big stone, then looks like I might have to put something more. That much, if they understand, that's more than enough. Okay, fine. Look at that observation that I have, mentioned here. Observation. See, you are giving a plant growth lesson, for example. Okay, you have sown the seeds, so that's an EVS lesson. Think like that. Okay, then every day the plant grows. Now what the child does, take the scale and keep measuring every day, and there is an observation sheet and the child will write today what happened, after 3 days what happened, after 6 days what happened, after 10 days what happened. Definitely the number will vary because the plant is growing every day. Correct? These are called investigation and observation skills. This is how you help them. Otherwise, as Abdul Salam said, it will be rote learning and rote understanding. But when they observe, when they themselves investigate. Now go back to Piaget methodology. What does he say? He says about, inquisitiveness and logical reasoning, deductive, mood of finding things. All these come in here. It will help the learners because actually that is their growth. Piaget has written what will happen for every child. But if my child and your child are not doing, which means the environment is not enabled. So it is the adult fault. Correct? Fine. Let's go here. When we talk about 2D, 3D, correct? We always say that, first of all, mathematical terms are again Greek and Latin for them. So we always say, right, darling, don't go to the edge, ma. If you go to the edge, you will fall. Can you stand in this corner where I have, awesome drawn a square? We tell them. We subtly include the terms corner, edge, everything there. Finally, we tell them that, a vertices is nothing but these are the corners for your cube and these are called vertices. So you will take a big jar or a box and tell them that this is our word box. Today, we learned a new word called vertex or vertices. Let's add into the box. That is how you add vocabulary to the child. Okay, let's go to the next one. Spatial reasoning. If you read in here, it's a very important definition. Complex cognitive skill. Did you understand that complex cognitive skill it is? And it gives you the position where I'm standing. What is the distance from myself and this object? How am I going to measure it? How do I spatially understand it? These are excellent cognitive skill. And a lot of worksheets are there for spatial skills. A lot of resources are there. Simple resources. Take your earbud. Take the who can help me with? It's a clay, yeah, Play-Doh. Take a Play-Doh, and then you can make your awesome triangle, your square and rectangle. This is spatial. And look at this picture. This is very, very important for you. When you talk about table, for children, some children, you should give them the picture of a table. Immediately they will think only table because they need the picture. For some children, they will definitely understand the label. So gradation differs there. Yes. So you should definitely have different variety of resources. Finally, land up to origami. The children will be able to fold the paper and tell you what they are trying to make. With that, you can understand their spatial sense as well. Okay, you can top on their knowledge, however they do things. This is very important. We spoke about standard units of measurement. Now look at that non-standard unit of measurement. For example, I can measure with my thumb and my ring finger or the little finger, and then I can measure my balcony with my footsteps. How many footsteps, darling? 1, 2, 3, 4. Small balcony runs me only 4. Don't worry, darling. Now measure your hall. And then positional language, inside, outside. This puppy is inside the kennel, outside the kennel. I am inside my house, outside my house. Positional language. Backward, forward, right, left. Many children, even at the class 1, they will put their slippers ulta. You know what? Because they do not know right and left. So we can help those children with the help of positional language. But these are all mathematical terms actually. But see how easily it is given to all. Yeah, very easy. Then finally go to estimation. Estimation means it's beautiful. It's a wild guess. Children will put their pointer finger on their temple or on their cheek and say, Miss Ranjini, I guess this necklace has 5 beads. No problem. Let's remove the beads and count. So what happens? I guess something. Now I want to know whether, my guess is right or wrong. Then I count the beads and find my answer, whether it is right or wrong. That's called estimation. It can be done with simple rajma, simple, potato, tomato, and brinjal in your house. Just put them in a cover and show the children. Darling, don't count it with your eyes, okay? Tell me, guess what it is. Then they will say, 4. Okay, let's count. 8, 5. No problem. Next time. This is estimation. Look at that complex term called data handling. Looks like a corporate term, right? It is given to our children. How very easy. There are a lot of mixed fruits there. And then picture of the fruit is there. This is the beginning of data handling. Then you see an apple. Now go with your eyes, roll your eyeballs and find how many apples are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I write 4 there. Likewise, I finish every column. Okay, this is simple data handling. How do I make it more complex for my grade 1 and 2 to do? No problem. By then they will read sentences. Then you have to say, there was a birthday party in my house. There were 5 elders, 6 children, and 4 uncle of mine attended. All this you will tell them. Finally, you will put a picture of a grandfather and a grandmother, and then they will count the grandfather, grandmother, write the same thing, but it will be in words. That is how complexity rises. In this, these are called problem solving skills. Another term is problem solving skills, because you give them like a paragraph, you ask them to read. Yes, what is the age we are expecting? Grade 2, they will finish it very easily. And this is beginning even at LKG. KG1s can do this, data handling. Yeah, fine. The more exposure we give them, they can easily learn. Come to subtraction, addition. We can even include multiplication, division. What is that? Division is all about sharing with someone, good habit. Multiplication is nothing but repeated addition. Subtraction is nothing but take away, darling. You have 3 candies. I swallowed 2 of it. You have only 1. Yeah. Addition is something, you know, you have something. I'm going to give you something. Donation, darling. Keep it. Addition. Simple words you tell them. And please go bilingual. Yeah. NIPUN Bharat is insisting the teachers to go bilingual and teach them. So that, see, for example, bilingual, let me tell you, once I stop the screen share, I will definitely tell you on how to go bilingual. Yeah. Can you see this bean hole? Yeah, it is called Pallanguri in Tamil. You can call it as Kuripara in Malayalam. And in English, you call it as bean hole. It's a traditional grandma mathematical, resource. And today you get curd, right? Curd in different, or your cupcakes also, you know, that you keep in your oven. The cookie trays. Yes, you can use all of that. And the children can count. They can do addition with that, multiplication with that. Yes, 3 beans once is 3. 3 beans twice is 6. That's how they will do. I'm going to stop the screen. I'm going to illustrate and show you as well. Okay, this is about that. Now look at this. When we say problem solving, okay, problem solving is just not numeracy alone. That is why I have put these pictures here. Okay, see, Bharat Sahodaya is insisting on value addition for children. Take a folk tale, any tale, Birbal, Akbar, whatever. What did you understand? Then have a picture like this. For example, a child was in the swing. He did not give way for another child to share. No problem. Do you like it? No, I wanted to give an apology because I didn't give way for him. Okay, choose this heart. Like that, everything is visual for them to understand. Give a scenario, tell them what they want to do, what they feel. This will certainly give them the good habit, most important. Okay, then look at this. This is not with literacy and numeracy. Now come to numeracy here. You have all the shapes, you have all the cutouts. Now the child will problem solve which cutout will go where. This is basic problem solving. Okay, now come to literacy. What is problem solving here? Very easy. Find the beginning sound there. That itself is a big problem solving, because moon picture is there and long oo and is there, but something is missing. Now find it. Yeah. And then finally you go to sentences. My mother gave me 5 candies. I ate 3 of them. How many do I have in hand now? The children will get bewildered if you read something like this. So draw and show them and immediately bring the number line and tell them, you know, this is what happened. Then they will finally find it as 2. Okay, problem solving. Next, look at this. Yeah, before this, we are going to stop the screen share here. Okay, and we are going to invite 3 more teachers here. Geeta ma'am and yes, Geeta ma'am. Yes, Arun, Mr.
Yes,
Arun.
yes. Here I am.
Spotlight Geeta ma'am, and I want Priyanka Saxena ma'am. Yes, and I want our Bhagyashree as well. Okay, and Sumati ma'am. Okay, could you kindly spotlight ma'am? Could you kindly come on video so that we can spotlight? Yes.
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Oh, she's there. Arun sir, could you kindly find There's a lot of participants, Ms. Yes, Sumati ma'am is there. Could you kindly find Priyanka Saxena ma'am as well? And I want Bhagyashri also. Okay, 4 of them here. Yes. Yeah, Priyanka Saxena is here. At spotlight. Yes, Priyanka is there. Bhagyashri, on and off you are hiding. What happened, darling? Where did you go? You are here. Wait, I will add you. Okay, all are there. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, so teachers, let's start with a numeracy demo. Okay, the teachers who came for literacy, Miss Ashwati, yeah, a very excellent early years practitioner. The most important quality of Ashwati here is very acceptable lady. Yeah, she will accept. She has that very grounded and very acceptable, and she is also a cash level 3 certified learner and very expert in her teaching skills. Now you can see here Miss Geeta, a math expert in Delhi Private School, Dubai, and you have Sumati ma'am here, a tech expert here. Okay, and then Abdul Salam sir, for sure one day we have to invite Sumati ma'am to give the tech aspect of KG for our learners. Yes, she is very superior in that. And you have Miss Priyanka Saxena also here, again a math expert. And then our Bhagyashri, who is a PRT in Dwaraka school and is also an expert again. Yes, okay, so let's get started. So we're going to start with Bhagyashri. Okay, Bhagyashri, you look very beautiful, sweetie. Yeah, very cute looking. So I am very curious, how many eyes you have? How many eyes you have?
I can count that for you, ma'am.
Okay.
I have 1 and 2. I have 2 eyes.
2 eyes, lovely. I hope all of you accept. How many nose you have, darling?
I have 1 nose.
You have only 1 nose. Okay. I hope all of us have only 1 nose. Lovely. So this is the way what we are going to do is we are going to relate the numbers with the real life application, which is your body part here. Yeah. If I tell you number one, and then if I show you this, more than that, she relating to her own body part, which is a sensory touch for her, she understands better. 1, 2, yeah, like this. And then you show the number card. You show the number line. That is where we start. Then we teach her the formation. Next will be our formation. So when we go to formation, what we do is, Bhagyashri, can you see my paper which I'm trying to hold now?
Yes, ma'am, I can see that.
Fine. Can you see my board now?
Yes.
Lovely. Let me go to my board. I'm more comfortable with my board. Now, Bhagyashri, this is for you. Standing line makes number 1. Okay?
Yes.
Can you say the same thing and write and show Ms. Ranjani?
Yes. Yes. Can
Yes.
you see my book here?
Yes, darling.
Standing line makes number 1.
Very good, girl. Let's go to the next one. Okay? Open curve and sleeping line makes number 2. Write and show with your fingers. Let me see.
Yes. Open curve and sleeping line makes number 2.
Very good. So from there, I will take Bhagyashri, who has just begun with understanding the numbers. I will go to the number value. I will tell her 1 candy, 2 candies. I will go to that level. I will leave her there because it is the level she belongs. Okay, let me go to the next learner who is my teacher, who is Geeta ma'am. So I am going to show her the number line. Okay, she understands numbers. She can relate with the number value. For example, 1 means she can say 1 apple, 2 means she can say 2 apples or whatever. Okay, and finally, I'm going to take her to number line and give her addition now. Okay, Miss Geeta, I'm going to give you a simple problem. Okay, you're going to find out because now problems are, all the problems have solutions. So Miss Geeta, this is your number. Can you identify this number?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what's the number? This one?
Number 5.
Lovely lady. Number 5. And then can you identify this number now?
Number 2.
Very good. Can you add both of them and put on your number line and show Miss Ranjani? You get a star. Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Here is my number line.
Line. Can you
Here
spot?
is my number line. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Very
So
good.
from 0 to 5.
Ah, very good.
This is number 5.
Very good.
And
Very
two more. So 1 and 2. So
nice.
there goes 2. Here goes 5 plus 2 equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 plus 2 makes 7.
Lovely, very good. So how many numbers did you jump, Miss Geeta, from 5? Can you tell me that?
2 numbers because it is number 2 here.
Oh, lovely. So I'm trying to take Miss Geeta to addition here. Okay. Then let me jump to Miss Priyanka Saxena. Okay. So here, teachers, when we speak about, we were talking about 2D, 3D, right? When you speak about a simple 2D, you can just take a small post-it slip and say it's a 2D square. Okay. But when we speak about 3D, what we will do is we will take a 3D cube and say that how many sides it has, faces, vertex, vertices, all this we are going to talk about. But before that, for a child to understand this particular mathematical term, you'll first say how many faces you have. I have one face, you have one face, correct? Then how many faces this cube has. Then you will go about counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces, darling. How many faces Ravana had? Children will think. Take them to value-based stories also. Bring them back. And then you tell them, how many sides, darling? How many corners? We were talking about corners, right? Then the child will talk about corner and edges and all of that. Now I leave it to Miss Priyanka to demonstrate. Okay. Yes, Miss Priyanka. Can you please take your cube and tell me how many faces?
Miss Ranjani, I'm going to count.
Oh, okay, fine.
I'm going to count. This is a cube.
Okay, done.
1, 2,
Hmm.
3,
Hmm.
4,
Hmm.
5,
Okay.
6.
Okay, 6 what? 6 legs?
6 face. 6 face.
Lovely. Then, how many sides?
How many sides? How many sides? 1,
Okay.
2,
Ah.
3,
Hmm.
4,
Hmm.
5,
Hmm.
6.
Hmm.
Yes, Ranjani.
That's
Miss
it.
Ranjani, is it correct?
I don't know because I'm learning.
Okay. Side. 1,
Hmm.
2,
Hmm.
3, 4, 5, 6. 6
Okay, how many corners?
corners. Yes, corner. This is corner.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm going to count it. 1, 2, 3,
Hmm.
4, 5, 6,
Hmm.
7,
Hmm.
8, Miss Ranjani, 8.
8. Okay, so
8 corners.
yes, so she will need more reinforcement, and then what we will do is we will take the cube again and we will help her to find out, the corners, the side, the 6 faces, the 8 and the 12 aspects of cube. Okay, that is how we will tell them. So every learner is in one level. How you are going to tell them is to take the real object and tell them how it works for them. Let's go to data handling with Miss Sumati ma'am. Okay, so Miss Sumati ma'am, can you kindly see my board here?
Yes, ma'am, I can see you.
So now there is a table for Miss Sumati here, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Okay, 3 columns, and then Sumati ma'am, you know what? There were some children. Okay, some were sad. Okay, some were sad. Some were very happy.
Okay.
Sad. Happy, sad. And then some were dancing. Okay, dancing. Okay, yes. And then some were sleeping, eyes closed. sleeping, sleeping. Okay, now I have the numbers here. Okay. Can you first tell me, Ms. Sumati, how many children are sad here?
Sad.
Can
One.
you only one? Very good.
Only one.
Yes, but where is number one? I do not know where is number one. Standing line makes number one. That is what I know. That is number one.
Number one, a standing line. I can see 1, 2, 3, 3 box. Number one.
Box. Very good, girl. Good. Box. Lovely. Okay. You know what? All got tired and few slept. Can you tell me how many slept?
Slept means sleeping, ma'am.
Sleeping. Legs stretched and sleeping.
Sleeping. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 boys are sleeping.
4 boys are sleeping. And where is number 4?
Number 4, first one. Down, down the smiley face, down, 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 down.
Good. Down the smiley face 4.
Yes.
Lovely. Lovely. Very good. Kudos to all the learners. Now, teachers, if you see what Ms. Sumati ma'am did is, she just not said that number 4 because standing line, sleeping line, half standing line. No, she also connected that it is one row down the smiling, the children who are smiling. So that is her way of looking at things. Yes, I cannot rush her to say, can you quickly tell me? No, in her pipeline, she has a lot of thoughts there that she wants to cover up all this and then come down. Okay, so this is one example. So let's get started again. Numeracy resources, I'm going to show you. Look in here. This is your shaker box. You can show your children. I hope, Bhagyashree, you can see my screen. Yes? Fine? Yes, you're on mute, darling. Okay, fine. Okay, so shaker box for estimation. Estimation can be this. Estimation can be anything you like. Even simple. Children can go to the beach and can just get the shells also. Okay, fine. So these can be estimation. And your curd trace. Can you see the curd trace? Simple trace with numbers. The children will take these resources and put it here. Okay, fine. And then look in here. You have these as well. Cards like this where you have pictures and the numbers and the children have to count and circle it like this. And then these are patterns. Look here. These are patterns. So if you have a counter here, what is going to come here? This is spatial reasoning also. Okay, this one. And then go here for number 1 more and 1 less. You can do it like this as well. 1 more and 1 less. Okay, I hope you are taking a pick of all these resources because it will be of great help to you when you are in class. Yes, and then look at this one. Big and small. When we say big and small, big pictures, a big elephant and a small rat. Yes, we give them pictorial clues like this so that they understand the pre-number concept for preschoolers. Okay, and then look at this one. Very, very interesting one. Okay, you have an apple. You start with this apple. You have an apple and puzzle. It's an apple puzzle. Okay, 4 seeds, number 4. You just start simple like this, then go ahead with 16 seeds like this. Look in here, 16 seeds like this. It's a puzzle. Then it can be even dinosaurs as well. If it is going to be dinosaurs, it can be dinosaurs as well. So like this, you have lots and lots of activities to enhance your numeracy skill, as well as see this one. Look at this one. You have stones also. Yeah. Fine. Let's go on the screen share again and go to the
Ranjani ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you for such beautiful activities and resources which you have shared with the teachers. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
But as we are running a little short of time,
Okay, I need
we
to
can manage.
Yes, I would do. I would.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So we are going to talk about our drawing cards are inclusive classroom environment. Inclusive means, all the children, 10 children, and, children have different needs. We are going to talk about that. And our 7 areas of development will be the prime areas and specific areas. When we say specific areas, it is like, your numeracy and literacy falls in this. CPDs are most important is what Bharat Sahodaya is doing. Collaboration, integration, and differentiation, we spoke about length throughout our session. Yeah, we shared the ideas, that is collaboration. We integrated with different subjects, that's called cross-sectional, and we helped different learners in each level. Okay, holistic development is all of them put together. Okay, right from physical development to communication to personal, social, emotional. Let's go to the next one. Fine. These are just simple examples of differentiation. One topic is given, but all the 5 children are addressing the topic in different ways. That's about differentiation. Very simple. But at the end of the year, the child will come to that level. Just the child needs this much of a help. So that is what we are looking at. Okay. Very interesting burger theory. You have all the subjects here. Okay. You have all of it. This is called holistic education, and then you're creating your lesson plan should have all of this. That's most important. Literacy will not have just literacy. It will have songs, it will have dance, it will have numeracy part there, your literacy lesson, and it will have EVs as well. So that's about the burger theory here. Because if you see dosa, no, not every child will take just dosa and chutney. Some children will ask for sambar. Some children ask for, your, what do you call, other flavors of dosa also, right? It's the same. Children need varieties. Okay, look into the learning journal. This is most important. Learning journal, one child is in one level, the other child is in the other level in the same class. How are you going to help the child? With all these activities, you are going to lift the child to the next level by giving hands-on activities, revisiting the topic again and again. Okay, so let's go to the next one. The core values of FLN, 3 main goals. One is your health and well-being, children health. Next is effective communicators, and then whether they are able to apply whatever they learned in real life application. That's most important. In all of this, it cannot be gender biased. Okay. No, girls more importance, guys less importance, or guys more importance, and children, girls are less important. No, it's all the same. Yeah, and from which background they have come, any background, they are all the same. That's most important. So today, fondly remembering Gandhiji, and this is a beautiful song which is written in the 15th century, but by a very beautiful poet. And then it actually tells us, help those who are in misery. We teachers have to help these children. So how the institution has put in a lot of effort to bring up this initiative, which is nothing but, lifting the children from the misery. Real misery is if you give every day a fish to someone, they will just eat and keep quiet. Rather help them to do fishing. It's a life skill. It will take care of their whole life. It's the same philosophy here. Help the children, educate the children. Okay, then it will take care of their life. It's a very beautiful song also. And then do not discourage anyone. Discourage in the sense, do not term that, you only know this much. It's very difficult to top up on your head. So dull-headed. We don't say that, because our teacher community is the wise community. We help the children, and we are the second mothers, in fact. Go to the next one. Okay, if you see, we're talking about teachers, qualities of teachers. She should be empathetic. She should be a continuous learner. She enables, creates the environment, gives multiple opportunities, and inclusive classroom, and gives a holistic education. These are the qualities of a teacher. Here we don't say cash level teacher or a B.Ed or anything. No, heartful teacher. You should know how to give to your children. Yes, fine. So when we go here, we are at the last slide. Together, we will give our children roots to grow and wings to fly. So that is when I would like to stop here, and fondly remembering Gandhiji here. It's a beautiful song. Okay. Sakal lok ma sahune bandhe nindhan kare tere vaat kaat के धन धन जननी तेनी रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कही पीड़ भराई जाने रे पर दुखी उपकार करे तोए मन अभिमान न आने रे. So if you want to teach real peace in the world, you should start educating children. That's where I stopped the session. Sorry for dragging it so long because I had 35 slides and a lot of resources. I felt that I have to give it to you. Thank you, Bhagyashri and Abdul Salam, sir.
No, ma'am, thank you so much for all the sharing the resources, the activities which you have shared with all of us. Thank you so much for that. Before moving ahead and before wrapping up this session, dear educators, please note that the link for attendance and feedback form is already posted in the chat box. So please fill it up before leaving. So with that, we have now come to the end of this webinar, and it's such a great honor and privilege to get the opportunity to thank you all. So I, on behalf of Bharat Sahodaya, express my heartfelt gratitude and deep sense of appreciation to Ranjini ma'am for such a wonderful and enriching session, ma'am. Thank you so much. I am sure all our educators here now, they have a better understanding about the importance of foundational literacy and numeracy skills and how we as educators can create such classrooms to aid the learning process of the children. After seeing your presentation, ma'am, I just remember this quote that if a child cannot learn in the way we teach, we must teach in a way the child can learn. So
Yes.
today we have learned various innovative ways of teaching in our classrooms. And I really feel that if we follow all these things together, we can contribute to make this mission NIPUN Bharat a success. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this such a lovely session. Thank you. My special thanks to Shibu sir for gracing the webinar with his presence. My very humble and special thanks to Dr. Abdul Salam sir for his unparalleled support and guidance. And a huge thanks and warm regards to you from the bottom of my heart, sir. Special thanks to our wonderful IT and technical department, Mr. Arun Mohan sir and Arafat sir. And last but not the least, my heartfelt gratitude to the education fraternity for their participation and humble support throughout the session. Thank you so much. May I please now request Dr. Abdul Salam sir to wind up the session.
Thank you, Bhagya ma'am. I think this session was fully packed with lots of energy and lots of resources. And hats off to Ranjini ma'am for the pains she has taken to enlighten the participants, the teachers, with lots of resources. She has prepared a lot. So we, all the educators, salute you, ma'am, for your dedication, your passion. It was really, beyond words. It was really a brilliant session, and definitely this is going to help lots of educators. And thank you for helping all the educators who have joined us today. And definitely we'll soon we'll see the fruits in the in their students, in the student community. So thank you so much. And there were a few requests like where can we get the PDF, video, etc. PDF and video will be sent to each and everyone who has registered through email. And there were some concern about certificate, this and all. Please save the link. I always tell you, save the link. You can apply anytime. You can give the feedback anytime. Your feedback is very valuable and is our strength, definitely, which will make us improvise the sessions. At the earliest, you can apply for a certificate and give the feedback. If GCC countries and all, they are finding it difficult, they can entrust somebody else to do it, and also they can find other ways, and you can use it later as well. So this is how it is. And Bhagyashri ma'am, thank very nicely you have helped us with lots of preparation and all. It was a nice moderation and excellent job you have done. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the friends, the colleagues of Ranjini ma'am who have, joined us, helping the participants understand the concept very clearly and easily. So thanks a lot to each and everyone. Time has exceeded. The session was self-explanatory, so there is no room for question answer session because we have spent more than 2 hours, and I do appreciate the patience of the participants who remained till now. Their dedication and passion is very much commendable. Thank you so much. Over to Ranjini ma'am. Ranjini ma'am, you can have your words and before we wind the session.
I don't know what to say because I'm very inspired by you. You are my mentor, sir. I always, try to see what sessions you bring up in Bharat Sahodaya, and I will wait that, if something will suit me so that I can ping your number and say, sir, I want to do it, So that's my belongingness with Sahodaya, and I wait for a lot more opportunities so that I can reach the teaching fraternity. Thank you so much, Abdul Salam, sir. I'm very happy. Sorry for dragging the session. And
it's actually not dragging, ma'am. We have a lot of, this session cannot be conducted in at a stretch, in one session. It needs at least 3, continuous sessions. But we have very, little time. Everybody is busy with their own schedule. So,
true.
So you have marvelously done it, all packed together, and we all got a lot of takeaways as well. Definitely, we'll associate once again.
Sure.
And our efforts will not go in vain. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Right.
Somebody is writing here. Dedication is always dragged, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. So thank you so much again and again. And Shibu sir, thank you. Jayanti ma'am, wherever you are, thanks